Our third topic is about limits. For this, we can represent it in terms of a Cartesian plane. For say you have this Cartesian plane, this is your x, this is your y. And as you approach a specific number, let's say at this point, we call it letter A, okay? As it approaches from left to this point, or from right going to this point, this is the representation of its graph. Okay, this graph represents the function, and as you approach from left to right, from left going to A and from right going to A, you approach also a certain number in the y part, and we call it, that's the limit, the value of y, or the value of the function as it approaches from as it approaches that specific number. Okay, so for better illustration, let's say this is the limit of a function as your x approaches to A, either from this or from here going here. The value will be letter L. Okay, so may different theorems pertaining to this. Introduce ko muna yung mga theorems, and then later tsaka natin siya i-apply into example para mas mabilis. So the first theorem, the first limit theorem is, let's say you have a limit of mx plus b as x approaches to A is equal to m a plus b. In this case, the m and b are both constant number. So, kailangan constant number yung representation ni m and b. So, if you can remember, this is actually the equation of a line with slope-intercept form. Y is equal to mx plus b. So, kung di nyo maalala, just remember, m and b are both constant number. So, anong ginawa? If we're going to get the value of the limit, may upon derivation, you're just going to simply substitute the value of your a to x. Parang yung kanina, kaya itinuro natin yung function. Okay? So, ganun yung gagawin as long as it is defined. Okay? That's the first theorem. So, substitute. Actually, yung mga remaining, paulit-ulit lang. Now, in this case, if you have limit of a constant number as x approaches to a number, the answer is still the constant number. Ito ang answer, yung m, tapos papalitan mo yung x ng a. Ito naman, ang mariretain is the constant itself. As long as, remember this, c is a constant number. Okay, so for example, you have limit of 3 as x approaches to 2. So whatever the value of x approaches to, ganun pa rin yung answer kung ano yung limit na nakastate. Kasi sinabi niya limit of 3 as x approaches to 2. So the limit is actually 3. Okay, so another one is the limit. Ito naman, kung wala siyang kasama and specific lang siya na limit of x as x approaches to A, ito po ay recta substitute tayo. Okay, magsa-substitute. Kunyari, limit of x as x approaches to 2, so the limit will be equal to 2. Okay, so another portion. So, in the remaining part, let's introduce, let's say, I will call the limit of f of x, diba, the given function, as x approaches to A, tawagin ko siyang L. And then, another function naman, limit nung another function natin, which is g of x, as x approaches to the same value of A, let's call it m. Applicable lang yan pag parehas yung ina-approach nila pero magkaibang function. So, tawagin ko na ang answer ay L at ang answer naman sa G ay M. So, ito lang, yung remaining kasi, let's say you have limit of two function being added. Kunyari, f of x plus g of x. As x approaches to a, paghihiwalayin mo lang siya. So, ang gagawin mo lang siyang limit ni f of x as x approaches to a plus limit naman ni g of x as x approaches to a. So, ang mangyayari dyan is simply lim L plus M lang. Substitute mo lang yung value. Okay, as long as it is defined or will result to a specific real number. Kung pinasubtract naman, isusubtract pa rin natin. So, that will be limit of f of x minus g of x as x approaches to a. So, mangyayari dito, susubtract lang natin. Okay? Same pa rin naman nung pinakagagawin. And, for example, meron kang pinapamultiply naman sa'yo ngayon. So, limit of f of x multiply, taldo ang representation natin. G of x as x approaches to a. So, that will simply be L times M. Okay? So, kunin mo yung limit ng isa times yung limit ng isa. Paano gagawin? You apply this 4 parts na, yung first 3 parts na in-introduce natin. Okay? So, another, kunyari, pinadidivide. Sige, sa division muna tayo para sunod-sunod. So, if you have limit of f of x, pinapadivide siya kay g of x. Okay, but it approaches that number equal to a. So, this will simply be L over M as long as M is not equal to 0. Basta hindi magre-result yung M natin to 0, pwede nating recta divide siya. Basta may lalabas na answer. Ano pa? Kunyari, you have this limit ng may exponent naman, power naman, no? Limit of f of x as it is, it raised to a specific number. It should be positive and x approaches to a. Take note, ito ay merong condition and should be a positive integer whole number. Okay? So, mangyayari po dito ay pwede siyang maging limit raised to n. So, lilimit mo muna, i-substitute mo muna yung ina-approach kay f of x, then afterwards, saka mo siya i-raise into that specific exponent. Okay? So, ganun siya. Ngayon, kunyari, may radicals naman tayo. Kunyari, limit naman ng nth root of f of x. Nth root ni f of x as x approaches to a. So, mangyayari po dyan ay ganun din. Mag-nth root ka ni L knowing that n is a positive integer dapat. Okay, so doon lang po magiging applicable yung ating mga limit. So, idagdag lang natin. We have 2 remaining. Kunyari, you have limit ng 1 over x as x approaches to a. Okay, this will be 1 over a again as your a not equal to 0. Pwede siya. Basta hindi siya magkakos ng undefined. Another naman is if, let's say, you have itong portion na to, diba? Kunyari, number 11. You have limit of nth root of x as x approaches to a. Okay lang daw yan na maging nth root of a as long as your a merong condition dapat. If a is greater than 0, meaning positive, so applicable siya dun sa n natin na positive dapat integer. Okay? Kung ang a naman natin, yung nasa loob naman is less than or equal to 0, so applicable naman yan if your n is a negative integer.